right, so welcome to the first day of the challenge. So if you're just joining me, let me know where you're joining me from. And I'd like to welcome you to today's challenge. And this is the first day. And we are going to be covering your offer. So that's what we're going to be talking about for the first day. And then on the second day, we talk about getting attention to your offers. So once we narrow down that today, we'll talk about that tomorrow, about how you're going to get your attention and start attracting your ideal client. And then on the third day, we're going to be talking about your funnel to make sure that your funnel is working for you. So that's what we're going to be talking about on the third day. And that is going to be done over a masterclass. So let me know where you're joining me from. I'd like to welcome you all. And before we get started, I had put a post earlier on yesterday about a worksheet that you can print out. So hopefully you'll be able to grab one of these, right, and print it out. So that way you can use it as we do the challenge. And that will help you to guide you through the whole process. So make sure that you download that and print it out and use it as we work through the things we're going to be working through today. So make sure you grab that. You haven't had that chance. And also, I had put a post asking you guys to introduce yourselves. Let us know where you're joining us from and what you do and what's your business, right? So make sure after this, after we go through this live today, you go back and introduce yourself and let us know what you do and what's your business. So yes. So today, as I was saying today, it's all about talking about your offer. So it's very important for you guys to actually do the work. It's one thing to just listen to me, but it's another thing when you actually put all what we're going to be covering into action. You need to start acting on what you learn and put into action, because it's only change comes when you actually implement what you learn. Just learning alone and just gathering information, we all have information. There's all information everywhere. What's lacking right now is implementation. So you need to actually do the action, take action on what you learn and actually do the work. And some of the work might sound like things that you have already know, but actually what I find sometimes when I do the exercises again and again, I actually redefine what I thought I knew already and actually get more clearer on what we do. So today, if you actually do what I say and actually put the time and action to actually take action and implement, you're going to see so much change coming to your way. And once you're clear on what you do, especially when we're talking about the offer today, once you're clear on your offer and you really know what your offer is, it makes it much easier for you now to go out there and actually attract your ideal client. Because now you can go there with confidence, knowing that this is what I offer, this is what I have, right? And that's actually translating everything. Your funnel starts working because you now know what your offer is. Your messaging, it starts working because now you know what your offer is. So that's why I chose to start off with the offer, because it's really important for you to know what you offer. Okay, so yeah. Let me know if this makes sense, and let me know if you're so excited, because I am super excited. As you can see, I can't wait to see some transformation which is going to be coming your way. So this is really, really so much exciting for me. I'm hoping you are excited as well, because there's going to be so much information we're going to go through. Okay, so let's get down to it. So with the offer, we're going to start off with, I'm just having my tea here and it's really hot. This metal thing keeps it really hot. I'm trying to make sure that I don't burn myself here. But yeah, so as I was saying about today, it's all about your offer, right? So we're on day one. Make sure you have your worksheet. So when it comes to the offer, I like to start off thinking of the offer with a problem, right? Like think of what is the problem that you're solving. What is the problem you are solving? I know we have had so many people talking about, oh, you need to niche, you need to know your niche and all this stuff. You need to niche down and keep niching down and down and down until you are really niche down and be specific and all this stuff. Each time when I had to do those exercises, I get really overwhelmed. I'm like, okay, how far do I have to niche down? I keep niching down until what? right? So I find it's like when you keep on saying niching, because there's no pyramid of how far down you have to niche down. So I find that quite too overwhelming to start thinking of that, because when you start niching down, you might niche down and then you'll be like, okay, how far do I go down? You niche down again, and then you might just stop because you'll be like, I'm not really clear of how far down I like to niche. So I like to make it much easier for me, myself. I'll start off with thinking, what's the problem I want to solve? So that's what I want you to start off with thinking. What's the problem you want to solve? Right? Because for me, when I start business because I want something which is more fun for me, right? Because if it's not fun for me, I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna get, every time when there's a challenge, I'm like, this is too much for me, and I give up. So I like to work with things that I'm more passionate about, that I like, I enjoy, and I have expertise in that area. So you need to think of what problem are you more qualified to solve, right? And choose the problem that you're gonna enjoy talking about every single day. It has to be something you enjoy to talk about every single day. Until you die, you're going to be talking about this topic, about this problem. You don't mind whether you just woke up and you're cranky, you can talk about this problem all day long. So what is that problem that you can talk about? So start to think of that way. Because when you pick up something that you're not really passionate about, you're going to be bored and be like, this is too much. I'm getting too overwhelmed about it. This is not exciting me anymore. That's when people end up changing their businesses. There, 1 minute they're doing, I don't know, spa. The next thing they're doing about mindset. The next day they're talking about something else, because they're not choosing things they're more passionate about, that they don't get tired of talking about. So you need to pick off a problem that you enjoy talking about, right? I hope me repeating this is getting to you to think of it of like, okay, this is a different way of looking at it. What is that problem that I enjoy to solve? And the bigger the problem is, the more valuable you will be to the market, and the more value you have. And you've had the more problems you solve, the more people you'll solve. So when I think of the problem, and I start just thinking of the problem, it doesn't eliminate me from other people, right? The market becomes much bigger. I can help so many people with that problem, right? I don't have to worry now about niching. I just need to know what is the problem that I can solve, I can help someone with, and really, really become an expert and knowledgeable about that. And I enjoy talking about it every single day. So that's the first part you have to think of and work on. Then once you know what your problem is, then you'll be able to now think of who has this problem. That'll be the next part. So you have to think of who has this problem. Who is the person I would love to help who has this problem that I've identified, right? So let's say for me, I'll give an example of me, right? Let's say I say, I'd like to help people get clients. Who has that problem that I want to help together? I'm like, I'd like to work with coaches and consultants, right? So now that's when you start picking on who you want to help with that problem, right? So you have to be really specific when you pick that problem. Well, what kind of frustrations are they going through, right? You really need to know, because the person you want to help, that's your ideal client, right? So you really need to know who is your ideal client, know all their frustrations, know all the pain, all the problems they're going through, right? To really understand exactly who is this person. And the more you understand them, the more you know the frustrations, the pain, the desires, their goals, what they want to achieve, and all the stuff, right? It makes it much easier for you now to then go in and say, hey, this is the problems they have. And once you know all those things, you'll be able to now come up with the offers, come up with messaging that actually attracts them, right? So you really need to know. So if you're just joining me, let me know where you're joining me from. We're just talking about how we started off with talking about the offer, and now we're talking about who would like to help, right? So let me know where you're joining me from. Hi there, Chicomborero. Hi there, El Marie and Brittany. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Can you guys hear me? Can you please type in yes if you can hear me? And if my sound is okay, right? And if you can see me as well. Okay. So as I was saying, I hope you guys, yesterday I put a document for you guys to download, the worksheet that you can use to work along. as we discussed. Hopefully you get a chance to download that, because that will help you as we talk and discuss, and will help you to work out your offer. Right? So I was on the second question that you have to ask yourself, which is, who do you want to help with your offer? Who is that person you'd like to help, right? And really narrow down to really know who exactly is. Oh, thank you, Marie. Thank you, you can hear me. Thank you. So as I was saying, I was talking about who is your ideal client, who is that person you really want to work with. So you really need to know who exactly that person is and really narrow down, know all the problems. You have to know them inside out, know them more than they know themselves, right? And write down all the frustrations they go through, all the problems, all the pain, all the goals, the desires. Really know exactly who you're going to be willing to work with all the time. Because when you know who you want to work with, you'll be able now to write your offers, write your ads, your content, and attract that specific person and be able to call them out from this whole big market, right? And really need to be able to now produce that content which resonates with them, right? So you really need to know who is your ideal client inside out, right? So know your ideal client. And this is really, really important. Even if you have done this exercise before, it's always new things comes up when you go through the exercise again and again and again. I've done it, I don't know how many times I've done this exercise. And each time I come back, redefining who my ideal client is and actually really get to understand them, right? And then that actually helps me now more in attracting those people I really want to work with. Okay. And also you'll be able to repel those people you don't want to work with as well. This is one thing to attracting people. You also need to repel people you don't want to work with, who's not your ideal client and good fit for your programs or services or products that you offer. So that's the second part you have to think of. So now that you know your problem you want to solve, right? And now you know who your ideal client is. On the second page, I think that's the third page of the worksheet I gave you. It's got the ABC there, right? So there, I put 3 columns there. You have the position A. This is where your ideal client is right now. That's the current situation. You need to list down all those current situations they are, the frustration, the pains, where they're getting stuck, all the stories they're telling themselves about the struggles they are finding, right? So if I was to look at myself, I would think of what are the things that people want to attract struggling with right now. What are the stories they're telling themselves? It can be things like, oh, they feel like they need to have a big following for them to make a big impact in their business or to make money, right? Or they feel like they have to be posting 20 times on social media for them to attract their ideal client. Or could be stories that they tell themselves that they keep posting, they keep getting likes and people sharing their content and all this stuff, right? But they're not really getting any clients from that, right? So there's those frustrations I get to understand to say, hey, this is the people I would like to help, because they are frustrated with all this work they're doing, but not getting any return from all the work they're doing. So you need to think of where are they right now? What's their current position? What's the things they're frustrated with? What's stopping them from progressing forward? And then on the column B where it says the B, so the B is where they want to go. What is that end goal they want, right? So you start thinking of what exactly they want to achieve, what are the goals, the desires. So that's the column B for that. So we write down, could be things like I would say for coaches, they want to get more clients, they want to get more leads, they want to get more traffic, they want to get more sales, right? So that's where they want to go. So once you define where they are right now, the A, and then where they want to get to, the B part, right? So the middle part, for you to be able to take them from A to B, that is the path. What is the path you're going to be taking them through? So what are the steps you're going to take your ideal clients through to get from A to B, right? So that path, when you come up with the steps, you have to write down what are the steps they have to take. They have to step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, whatever steps you want to put. Right? Don't make them 20 steps. Just a few steps, right? When you take them through to get to that end goal. So those steps you take them through, that's your path, right? That is you can now package those steps into a program. You can now package that to your offer. You can now package that into a course or whatever you want to package that. That's what you offer, right? So when you get really clear on those steps, and when you get really clear on who you help and the problem, it makes it much easier now to come up with your offer. Is that making sense? Right? Let me know. Is it making sense? So now that you know your ideal client, you know the problem, you know where you want to take them and how you're going to take them there, you have your offer, right? So when you take them to the sea, those are the results that they're going to get, right? You can now say, hey, I like to work with so-and-so who has this problem to get to this position, to the sea. And this is how I do it through these steps I come up with. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever steps you put, right? And when you're clear on those steps that you take them through, and when you're clear on who you help, how you help them, and what results they get, you have your offer. That is the offer, right? So what I want you to do now is I have on I think the last page of that worksheet I gave you there, you're gonna write down now a statement of your offer, right? So you're gonna write down, I help so overcome such, so that they get this result, such, right? So I can say, I help coaches, consultants, and service-based business owners overcome the challenges of not getting clients so that they can get more clients, more leads, and have more revenue. So you now have your offer. You now know who you help, the problem, and how, right? So when you know those things, you now know what your offer is, and you need to really be clear. So you now have to work on these things. So if you need to come back again to the beginning of this video and work on these things, so you need to define what problem you solve, the problem you're not going to get tired talking about, whether it's morning, night, you just woke up, anytime you're going to be talking about this problem, you don't get tired talking about it. So what is that big problem? And the more valuable that problem is, the more bigger the problem is, the more valuable it is, right? And then who do you want to help? You have to really narrow down who do you want to help and really know them. Know your ideal client inside out. What are the struggles? What are the problems, the pain, the stories they're telling themselves about their current situation? And how do you help them? Where do they want to get to? What is that result you're going to give them, right? When they get to that end goal, to the B. I call it that worksheet, right? And what are those steps you take them through to get to that desire they want to get, right? To that desired goal. So that's your whole offer. You need to really be clear on that, right? I help, yeah, Bonisa, I help to overcome so that they thrive in their personal and professional lives. And who do you help, Boniswa? Who do you help? Right? Who do you help? I like that. I like that. Thrive in their personal and professional lives. I like that. I definitely like that. So once you have all that statement, what I want you to do when you finish that whole statement, right? I want you now to post it on your social media platforms, wherever you are more active, right? So write down, if it's on Instagram, you can go now and change your bio on Instagram and say what you do. I help so and so and so. Because people need to know what you do. Now you know who you help and how you help. You have more confidence now to go out there and in the streets of the social media and say, this is who I am, this is who I help, and this is how I help, and this is what I get. So I want you guys to now go on social media and write that as a statement, post that out, and tag me. Or you can take a screenshot and come back and put it in the group so that we can help you, right, to redefine your offer and actually narrow it down. Because I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you to narrow down your offer, to make it much clearer for yourself. And once you go through this process, and when you get any aha moments or any wins, come back in the group and post us, because we want to celebrate them with you. We want to help you, because these 3 days of this challenge is for us to work together to help you to actually take action and be more clear on who you help and have that clarity. That way you'll be able to just come out there and attract who you want, right? And get the attention and all that. We're going to help you with that. But it starts off with knowing what you offer. It starts off with knowing what you offer. Because so many people want to have clients, wants to have so much traffic coming to them. But when they have all that traffic coming to them and they offer, people are confused to say what exactly you do. Because then it's not clear, because you are not clear on who you help. So how are they going to know that you are the one to help them? So you need to really be clear on who you help. That way your prospects will be able to know, this is the person I go to. So if it's your competitor, they'll be like, hey, I go to competitor for this. This is the person. Because once you know who you serve and you're so confident and you have narrowed down your path, you become an expert in that area. And people will start looking at you and say, hey, I was going to pick on one of you, but I'll use myself because I don't want to seem like I'm picking on you, right? So they'll be like, hey, this is Rudo. She's an expert in getting people to get more clients, right? Because I have that process. I know my offer, I know my process, I know my steps, right? So once you have that, you become an expert in that area. People start knowing you, hey, Boniswa is an expert in getting you to thrive in your personal and professional life. This is what she does. This is what she's an expert at. So this is why we're going through this whole process, to get you to know your offer. That way you're confident when you go out there and people get to know you for that. Just say you are an expert in this. If you're helping people with weight loss, like how do you help that person through weight loss? And who do you help? Which part of the program? Is it about the binge eating you want to help with or whatever, right? Then people know you, hey, I can go to John to help me with losing weight because I have this problem with binge eating. So John is the one who's an expert in helping people who binge eat to stop binge eating, whatever the result is, right? So this is what it's really important for you to know what your offer is and how you help. And putting it out there to the world for them to know. Because if you keep it to yourself, if you don't say it out, what you do and how you help and who you help, there might be people right now on your personal profile who are wanting to stop binge eating, right? But when you go out there and put that statement, ask you to put on the statement and say, hey, I help people who have a problem with binge eating overcome their binge eating so that they can feel good about just enjoying food without binge eating, something like that, right? That way they'll start knowing that you are there to help. So next time, even if they don't act on it right now, down the line, they might have someone they know who has that problem with the binge eating. They'll be able to say, hey, I know this John, did I say John? Or? Yeah, John, who works with people who have a problem with binge eating. So check them out. They might be able to help you out. And this is when you start getting people being referred to you and coming to you. Because now people know it in their head that you are an expert in this. Because they know who you are, who you help, and how you help. And what kind of results they get when they work with you, right? So I hope this is making sense. And I hope you can start working on that. And start narrowing down what your offer is and come back and post it. I want to see, I want to help you narrow down. I want to help you be more specific and give you that support, okay? And also I put down on that paper that also I want you to guys to now, because I'm all about you taking action. I want you to take action. I want you to come out of your comfort zone. I want you to just go out there and put yourself out there so that people know and you start getting clients. So there might be some people, I know I'd ask you what part of your business stage you are at. Some of you guys are still at the beginning and some of you might have clients already and some of them you might not have any clients at all. So I want you to start getting clients, all right? So I put down a statement. I want you now to go and put also on social media. So you have 2 things you're gonna be doing, 2 homeworks. You're gonna write down your offer statement and post that out. and change your social media bios. If it's on Instagram, you can change it out, or Facebook, or just post it as a post only and say who you are, and come back in the group and take a screenshot, put it in the group, or tag me. All right. And also you can use the hashtag you've got client challenge. So that will be able to track on that. And also help each other when we come back in the group, we give each other support, because the more engaged you are, the more you can get out of this challenge as well. So that statement is, I want you to do this. Don't overthink it, just write it out and then post it. So you're gonna say, calling anyone who wants to, whatever you say you wanna help with, right? I'm learning about how you come up with your offer, or learning about how you can get clients, or whatever you want to put down on what you're learning about, right now. And so far I'm getting amazing results. So before I start charging full price, I'm looking to help I'm looking for two people who want to stop binge eating. I'll stick with the binge eating thing, right? So please send me a message if you're interested. That's simple. And so you put it on your social media where you're more active. So if you're more active on Facebook, post it there. If you're more active on Instagram, post it there. If you're more active on Twitter, or whatever, even on WhatsApp groups, right? Whatever you are more active. Or on all social media platforms if you're that brave, you can do that. So I want you to write it all out, right? And post it. Or you can even do it as a written post, or you can do it as a video, right? So this will also challenge you to come out of your comfort zone and do video. I don't like videos, but I put myself out there. And so I just want to help you with that as well. And if you're not feeling comfortable to post it out in your social media platform, but I really want you to push yourself and do it, and stop worrying about what people think and all the stuff, right? And actually do it. We are here to support you. I want you to do it. But if you are really, really, really not really wanting to do that, you don't feel that comfortable yet, but you should do it. You can always come back in this group and post it in this group. Okay, then we can give you that support as well. Even if you are not comfortable doing live videos, even doing any videos, you can do a video and post it in our group. That's a practice platform for you. This is a closed group, so it's only people in this challenge who will be able to see it. So that gives you that practice as well. And the more you do it, the more confident you become. So you need to just do it. Post it in here, and we'll be here to support you and help you with that, okay? So yeah, so put it down there and let me know. Do you have any questions, guys? Any questions? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? I'm looking at my computer and my phone as well to make sure that I don't miss anything. Because sometimes I find with Facebook, you can play games with us sometimes. So I might not be able to see comments, but on my phone, I'll be able to see that as well. So yeah, it looks good. Any questions? Any questions? So it makes sense? So you got two homeworks I want you to do. I want you to do the offer statement. You're gonna write that down, and also write down that whole complete statement for you to get clients, right? That whole full complete statement. And you can find that if you haven't printed out, you can find this on your, I'll put this document under files on the challenge, on the group. So it's under files, so you can download that and use that to help you guide you through. So if you come up with any questions later on, you can always post them in the group here or under this video, and I'll be back to check all the questions and help you out to do that. Right. So I am so super excited for you guys, because now we're going to start getting out of our comfort zone and actually come out there and get our clients, right? Because without clients, we don't have a business, right? So we need to find ways for us to get clients. This is the whole purpose of this whole challenge. We want you to be clear on your offer, right? Because you might want to have all the traffic. I want traffic to come to me, but you don't have any clear offer. You don't know what you have, right? Because nowadays, I don't know if you have seen, I'm always, like when on social media, right? There is so much going on there. There's so much ads and all the stuff. So if you don't know who you offer and don't know how to get attention, it's very easy for people to just ignore you because you look like everyone else. You're talking about what everyone else is doing and all the stuff. You're not being clear and people confused. No one has time to figure out what exactly you're doing, right? So you need to be more clear and let it out there to let people know what exactly you're doing. So when you are clear on your offer, now we'll be able to work on getting attention, start attracting your ideal clients. So that's what we're going to be covering tomorrow. So tomorrow it's all about how you get attention and start attracting your ideal clients. But it starts off with you knowing what your offer is, because we can't just attract people when we don't know what we have to offer for them, right? So we need to be more intentional. We need to be more strategic when you go out on these online streets. So you need to know what your offer is. So that's why it's really important for you to work on this exercise and really know what you offer. If you have any questions, if it's not really clear for you, just let me know. And I'll try to make it as much clearer for you so that you'll be able to now start getting all that. And yeah, so I'm so excited for you guys that you're going to be taking action. It's all about action, 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 action. No matter how small it is, I want you to take action, 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 action. Implement, 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 implement. I'm going to say it so many times until you take action and start doing. Because it's only when you take action that's when you get results. Just gathering, coming into these challenges, getting information, not doing anything with it, nothing's going to change. You're going to still remain on the same place you were. So I want you to take action. I want to see all those statements. So tag me, post them here. I want to see all your statements, what you do, who you help to overcome what. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, right? So see you tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. And let me know where you're joining me from as well, okay? Let me know where you're joining me. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me. So yeah, and I just figure out that I didn't say who I am. So if you don't know me, if you're just joining me, my name is Runo Dube. I help coaches, consultants, and service-based business owners create strategies and processes in their business so that they can get clients on a consistent basis with ease. That way they'll be able to increase their revenue in their business. So that's who I am. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me. You see, I get so excited about the challenge that I forgot to even introduce myself. So thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.